Good morning, children, and welcome to today's session of journal. Today, we are going to discuss the discount allowed and discount received. It is another extension of discount topic that we are discussing today. So, first of all, we need to understand what is cash discount, allowed, and received. It generally is not counted in trade discount, but in cash discount, we have to distinguish between these two elements very clearly. Now, when the cash discount we are talking about, it can be a discount allowed, it can be a discount received. If we are allowing the discount, it is an expense for us. And when we allow the discount, when we sell the commodity. When we sell the commodity, we can allow the purchaser a certain amount of cash discount. Then we have to debit the discount allowed because it is an expense for us. Since discount is a nominal account, debit all the losses and expenses. Now moving on to the discount received. When we are receiving the discount from someone, we are purchasing the commodity and we are receiving the discount, then it has to be credited. It is a benefit for us, it is an income for us, then it shall be credited. So this is the discount allowed and discount received. Now we'll take up a numerical example to understand this in a much clear way. So here we goes with the question. The first transaction in this particular question is, you have to pass journal entries as we are doing the chapter of journal. So first will be bought goods from Mohan of the list price rupees 10,000 and 15% trade discount. Nothing has been asked in this particular whether discount allowed or received, just a simple question that we have bought goods from a person worth rupees 10,000 and trade discount is at the rate of 15%. How we are going to show this? In this condition, since it is not a cash discount, so we are not bothered about discount allowed or discount received. Let us have a look at the answer for this. Here we go with the journal. Okay. Since we are purchasing the goods, the entry shall be purchases account debited to Mohan. Purchases account debited to the creditor who has given us the goods. Since it is not mentioned whether the goods are purchased in cash or on credit, so it is assumed that it has been purchased on credit since the cash word is not given. Okay, the list price of the commodity was 10,000 and a discount was at the rate of 15%, which is of course a trade discount. So 15% of 10,000 will have to be 1,500. Directly we have to minus from the list price since it is a trade discount. So what shall be the amount in the transaction? 8,500. 10,000 minus 1,500, that shall be 8,500. This is going to be the first transaction. Purchases account debited to Mohan. Discount is not shown since it is a trade discount and it has to be only deducted from the list price. Okay, now coming up to the second transaction that we have. Okay. The second transaction is settle Mohan's account by paying cash under a discount of 4%. Now whatever goods we have purchased, we have to make the payment. But we are settling his account. Settling his account means we are closing his account and we are getting a discount of 4%. By paying him cash under a discount of 4%. It means when we are paying the cash, naturally we are receiving the discount. We will pay less cash. So it will be the discount received in this condition. How we are going to sort it out? Now Mohan's amount which we have to pay is 8,500, not 10,000, since already the trade discount has been deducted from him. Mohan account debited to cash to discount received. This shall be the journal. Let us see the calculation for the amount. 8,500 is now supposed to be paid and we get a cash discount. CD means cash discount of 4%. 4% of 8,500 shall be 340. This will be our benefit. This will be our gain because we are making lesser payment. Now, Mohan was supposed to be paid at 8,500 but we are paying only 8,160. Why? Because we are paying less. We are receiving a discount of 4% while making the cash payment. So the discount received shall be credited by 340. You can see discount received has been credited since we are receiving the benefit and it has to be an income for us. So this is how the discount received shall be shown. Moving on to the next element. Okay. bought goods for cash at the list price of rupees 50,000 at 20% trade discount and 5% cash discount. Now here we have both the discounts, how we are going to calculate it, and whether it is discount allowed or received, that also we have to see. Bought goods, naturally we have to make the payment, and we have to make lesser payment if we have cash discount, discount received. So let us see the transaction. Okay, the goods were bought of 50,000. What was the list price? 50,000. But there was a trade discount of 20%. Since trade discount has to be deducted directly from the list price, now our purchase comes down to 40,000. 50,000 minus trade discount at the rate of 20%. 20% of 50 sounds to be 10,000. So 50,000 minus trade discount, now the purchases turn out to be 40,000, directly deducted from the list price. And then furthermore, a cash discount is also allowed at the rate of 5%. The 5% will be calculated of 40,000, not 50. Cash discount will be calculated 5% of 40,000, which turns out to be 2,000. Now the net payable amount shall be 38,000 after deducting both the discounts, trade discounts as well as cash discount. Let us see the journal. Purchases account now 40,000, not 50, since the trade discount has already been deducted. To cash paid is not 40, instead 30, because 2,000 we are receiving as a cash discount. To discount received, why discount received? Because it is an income for us. We are getting the benefit of discount. We are making less payment. So that's why it has to be credited, since it is an income for us. 2,000 will be written on the credit side as discount received. So this was purchases account to cash account to discount received. Moving on to the fourth cell. Okay. Sold goods for cash of list price 20,000 at a 10% trade discount and 3% cash discount. Now this time we are selling the commodity. We are selling the commodity means we have to receive the payment. Then we will receive the payment at a lesser amount, because we will get the payment after deducting trade discount and cash discount. So this time the cash discount has to be discount allowed, not received. Okay, let us see how we are going to sort it out. Since we are selling the commodity, then what is the list price? 20,000. You can have a look over here. 20,000 is the list price. Trade discount is deducted at the rate of 10%. So 10% of 20,000 sounds to be 2,000. 20,000 minus trade discount of 2,000 turns out to be 18,000. Okay. Now, out of this 18,000, we will further deduct the cash discount of 3%. 3% of 18,000 turns out to be 540. Then net receivable amount shall be 17,460. 17,460. This is how the calculation shall be done. Now let us see the journal. Cash account debited, we will receive not 20,000, not 18,000, but rather we will receive 17,460. Why? Because we have allowed the discount at the rate of 3%, which is a cash discount. So it has to be shown in the books of accounts. Discount allowed 540, which how we have calculated that? 3% of 18,000 as a discount to be allowed on the cash we have to receive. And now the sales will be written as not 20,000 but 18,000 after deducting the trade discount. As we do both the discounts, first we have to deduct the trade discount and then only the cash discount shall be calculated. So I hope that this transaction is particularly clear. When we are receiving the amount, there has to be discount allowed. When we are making payments, there has to be discount received. Discount allowed has to be debited. Discount received has to be credited. I hope that the topic is much clearer to you. We'll see you in the next session.